Hey, welcome back, Madcap Toys fans. You're back in the toy barn. Well, you're not really. You're in the Christmas cottage, but hopefully you're having a fantastic morning and that you've already got your shipments out before this crazy weather happened to us. So, as you guys know, I woke up this morning and I looked outside and nothing was happening. And I thought, uh-oh, I'm supposed to be at the office today. And then I looked at the schools, the local schools, and they said, oh no, we're all out today. It's all e-learning. So I thought, okay, maybe they know way more than I do. And so I went and ran and woke Darren up. I said, Darren, you got to get up. I said, we got packages that have to go out before Monday. So it's not snowing right now. It's supposed to start snowing in like an hour or two. We got to get going. So he hurried up, got ready, got in the car. The first thing we did was went to the post office, got that shipped out, and ran a couple errands. By the time we pulled into the driveway, it started coming down. So I can't show you with our computer, but it is right now. It's coming down. It's been coming down hard for what, Aaron? Maybe about an hour.
At least.
Maybe about an hour. So we made it. But I also noticed, and you'll probably see this too, if you shipped out today, Friday, January 10th, our post office has already put in a exception weather delay. So I'm thinking they scanned it all, but they've already told all of our package folks that it's not leaving the hub until either tomorrow or B Monday because there's not a truck that's coming to get it. It's staying. It's scanned, but it's staying. So let me know in the comments below if you shipped out today on Friday, January 10th in the morning, if yours says weather delay. Would love to hear from you. But before we begin, if you haven't already, oh, what are you doing to me? Subscribe to the Madcap Toys family. We want you to be a part of us. We're still heading towards that 5,000 subscribers. Keep it coming. We want you to be a part of us. Also, make sure you hit that bell for all notifications because each and every time we upload content, of course, you're going to be the first to know. And comments, gosh, goodness, you know we love them. Keep them on coming. So we appreciate each and every one of you. We make sure in time up till midnight we try to read every single comment that we get and respond because it's important to us and we know it's important to you. So keep doing that. A couple things have happened since the last video, and I'm going to share it with you, and you're probably interested. Number one, yeah, just like the title says, an eBay Vero hit Madcap Toys Plus this morning, and I'm going, what? What now? What's going on now? As you guys know, we buy and have bought, which we currently haven't yet. Of course, the weather, but and we don't really need to yet because our death pile still has quite a bit of it in it. We buy Target pallets, consistently, but not regularly, but whenever we need one. And so we have been listing on off of our death pile, our clothing death pile regularly. You all have seen it. Well, I got a Vero email in the message box today from eBay, and I'm assuming it's from a Vero bot, it looks like, that I listed a Cat and Jack Target item, and they said it was a violation against violation policy. It was a little tiny girl's dress. And I've had this dress on for at least a good while. So I don't understand it. It's not any name brand or anything like that. It's just a Cat and Jack thing. And so what's funny is the majority, and you can check out our Madcap Toys and Madcap Toys Plus links in the description below for curiosity's sake or for what have you. Majority of all of what we've got listed is all of Target brands, including Cat and Jack. And so it's just odd that there's a Vero bot that's coming around hitting people for things that, we've been selling Cat and Jack for years now, so I don't understand.
I'm going to tell you the clue to stop that. And I've told you, don't use their picture.
Right.
If you use their picture, they're looking for something.
It must be that the bot's looking for something.
People put on mass, let's say, Target photos. They're going on that. We don't have problems with that if you take it yourself.
Right.
99% of the time.
Right. And normally I never have a problem. So I was just shocked. So yeah, I'm going to go through the motions, get that fixed, take a picture of the dress itself, which, to be honest with you, the stock photo, or the photos that you take of your own clothing, you could be 100% perfect, but it seems like people just look at those and go, ugh, rather than, seeing the stock photo from Target. So, but it's funny that Target actually has, and I'm telling on you, Target has an overstock account on eBay, and I know who they are because they've talked to me before, and they sell their pallet items and their salvage and overstock on eBay too. So that's also a thing. So I'm wondering if they've signed some kind of contract.
They're trying to knock out competition is what it is.
Yeah, and they keep
an eye on me. The way to do it is by who's using our photo, because they may have a code somewhere, and I don't know the system of eBay, so I'm not pretending to. But I know certain times, when you do certain computer things, you can embed codes into certain things. They may have an embedded code and saying, hey, all these people are ripping us off and saying this is theirs when it's ours. And that's, let's say, Target property.
Right.
And we know the company. So, stop using red spot photos or whatever they're doing.
Whatever it is. So anyway, so the eBay Vero bots are out again. Now, I did see on a Facebook group that I'm involved in, I'm involved with quite a few reseller Facebook groups, including ours. So if you haven't already, sign up for free, the reseller community Facebook group. It's in the description below. We want you to be a part of us. We are growing there too. And you can share everything you want, from your items to your store to everything and so forth. But anyway, in this reseller group, they were talking about Puma. Now, Puma is, of course, has their own account on eBay. And for a while there, VeroBot was going nuts, just, blazing through. And anybody that had the word Puma in a description, they were saying, you can't do this. This is a violation. And then all of a sudden, in a group this morning, they said, well, I have 2 pieces of clothing that I bought for my daughter. They don't fit her anymore. I want to sell them on eBay, but they're playing that game, so am I going to get Vero'd? Many people responded to her and said, put it up, take the pictures on your own, put it on anyway. There's hundreds of thousands of Puma listings on.
Okay, so, you just said the secret we just talked about. Do your own picture.
Yeah.
It's hard for Puma, and please don't take this as gospel if you're out there and you hear this. It's hard for Puma to claim that's mine if you bought it at a yard sale and you've got your own pictures.
Right.
And let's say it's got a little bit of grass stain on the front end of it. I mean, or whatever.
Right.
It could be perfectly brand new. But, I mean, if you put it on your own, I swear there's got to be a code.
But also, too,
sites we've worked with before that code.
I got to vouch that there were people that were putting Puma on with their own pictures that they were still getting Vero.
Well, I'm not saying it's always the thing, but it also depends on who that company is hiring.
Correct.
To do the job.
And at that case, someone had mentioned with Puma there was a third party that they hired to do their bidding, and then now they're done different negotiations with them and all that yada yada. But yeah, so yeah, VeroBot's been out today. Let me know if you got Vero today in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you there. Something to share with you. You guys got the email just like we did, but I'm just gonna say it really quick. I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna say it. Carrier rates again, guys, forever ever changing. It's lovely, isn't it? So some of the carrier rates are decreasing in certain areas, and some of the carrier rates are increasing. And let me just share with you a little bit what they had said, what they mentioned, but we're not, like I said, going to go through the whole pinata.
But while you're doing that, and I'll fill your time for you.
Okay.
It looks like for us, for the most part, it's going to actually benefit us for once. I mean,
seemingly.
I'm not saying we're going to get rich off of it by any means, or the people are going to save a ton of money, but it actually looks like at least they're not going to be getting charged more money.
Right.
By and large.
Here it is. 2025 shipping carrier rate changes January 10th. Well, it was sent out earlier this morning. The major U.S. carriers have announced their 2025 rate changes. They've outlined, different things. They say, and this is the first thing that I looked at, was USPS Postal Service. The peak pricing will end. Yay for us, right? And new rate changes will go into effect January 19th, so 9 more days, guys, on that. Great news, overall rates are mostly decreasing, woohoo, compared to the current holiday rates in place since October. However, some rates are increasing, and we recommend you check weights and zones to see how these changes may impact your shipments. Overall, and this is what I'm going to do, guys, it's up to you. Most of my stuff is clothing or media mail or what have you. But I use a lot of priority mail. Priority mail rates are generally decreasing for most weights and zones across the board. However, there are some increases for packages up to 20 pounds in zones 1 through 5. So most of my stuff is 5 pounds or less. So when in doubt, I'm going to use those free priority mailboxes, and I'm going to use priority mail to the best of my ability.
Save a little bit of money on supplies.
Supplies, cost savings, all
frankly,
of that.
You're paying for it anyway.
Which, by the way, I do need to place an order for priority mail, the long ones, the 1095 ones, for sure, because I use those like water to a thing. Ground advantage rates are overall decreasing. Good for us, right? We use a lot of 6x6x6 boxes and 1086 boxes. However, there are some increased rates depending on weights and zones, of course, including up to 24 cents for some packages under 1 pound and up to 55 cents for packages between 4 to 6 pounds. Most of the time, save for Christmas, Daren and I don't ship anything that's 4, 5, 6 pounds. So it would be the under 1 pound we'd be a little concerned about depending on where it's going. Good news, if you are a media person, you sell books, DVDs, CDs, cassettes, etc., there will be no increases to media mail and eBay standard envelope rates. So that's good. So we do both of that. If you do both of that, no increases for us on those areas. Not going to go over FedEx. They got some increases going. We don't use FedEx. UPS rates will be increasing, and they're going to go into effect in 10 days on January 20th. There will be an average increase of 5.4% for UPS ground and an average increase, get this, guys, 12.7% for ground saver. Didn't we talk about not too long ago about UPS ground saver being seemingly a little less expensive than ground advantage? Now I'm thinking that's not going to be true anymore. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. They say that the UPS ground service has some new program updates, and you can learn more in the Seller Center. Blah 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 blah. Then they're telling us, hey, check your weight dimensions. Blah 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 blah. So I don't know. For us, some people said, hey, maybe next year we're gonna sit there and use more UPS ground saver or UPS ground. For folks that have higher, packages as far as higher pounds, that could be something to look into. But for us, if they're going to increase UPS ground saver 12.7%.
Yeah, what would that be?
12
like 90 cents to about 30 or something?
Yeah,
12 on our basic
12.7% for ground saver. Just put me back into priority mail and ground advantage, please.
No, we'll use what we got to.
We'll use what we got to, and we'll compare prices like we always do. But yeah, that's a pretty big increase. So check that out. If you guys got questions, check that out. It is in your eBay message inbox. You've probably already read it already, but that's what's happening. But yeah, except for the Vero bot, the bad weather, the weather delays, carrier rates are decreasing. That's a great big plus. Things have been going well at the Madcap Toys Christmas Cottage Toy Barn. Daren has been selling like crazy. The Godfather. Madcap Toys Plus has been very, very consistent. Poshmark, you guys have been great. Sorry, guys, still recovering. Mercari has been bouncing a little bit, not like the way we want.
It is doing better.
But it's doing better.
Yes.
And everything's going good. The only thing that we've got, like I said, we shipped out today. Our post office already put weather delay on everything they scanned. That's fine because it's still dumping like crazy. And I'm sure by tomorrow it will be done with about 2 to 4 inches, maybe 5 by the end of it, on top of what we got last week. So it's understandable. A truck probably won't make it this afternoon. But at least we got it out. It's scanned and it's on its way. One thing that we had happen today, we're not going to mention any names or anything like that, but we had a buyer that purchased something from us at 8 o'clock this morning and already asked, when you going to ship it? We didn't even get up yet. Our hair's all over our head like it is now. Pajamas still on, and they're like, when's it going to ship? We didn't even know the sale even occurred. Because usually after midnight, Kathy shuts down, gets ready for bed, for the next day. And we just, we're doing like y'all. We get things cleared out, reset, ready for the next.
Well, we
didn't even know.
We pack the items. I mean, we've got basically put on time. Yeah. Then you got fine pack, ship items, you
Yep.
know, all the ifs, ands, and buts, and then get ready to load up into the vehicles and drop off the next morning. I mean, we don't even look at our phone till at least 9:30, 10 o'clock, you know.
9 a.m. for me this morning because I thought, well, is it going to snow or did it lie? And now I'm going to have egg on my face. I don't know. But anyway, so we didn't know it even occurred, but it said it happened at 5:20 a.m. Pacific time, which our time would have been 8:20 a.m. Of course, we did not know. We even had to sell, let alone know to ship it. There is a thing called handling, right, resellers? We have to have, once we've already shipped up to date to wherever we're at, we have to have that handling time, at least 24 hours or so, even when the weather's good, to be able to find the item, pack the item, label the item, and get it ready for shipment. So,
well,
we have to have that time.
If you're a seasoned seller, okay, we've been on there 25 years, and we know from trends. This doesn't mean it's 100% because nothing's 100% perfect.
Right.
But the trend line is if you've got somebody that rambunctious saying, hey, when's this older season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer going to be shipped out
used
to me?
item.
It tells me they're listing your product, raising it up, selling it, and then wanting you to get it out as quick as possible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And guys, when we have a shipping time that we put, and during the winter time, we do a longer run shipping. Yeah. We used to do 1-2 days. Well, shipping during the winter, because the way it works around here, we do sometimes 3, 4, and 5 days.
Right.
Because we don't know what's going on.
It's true.
eBay will give you a little grace period once in a while, like we supposedly had during the bad thing, but that very next day after all the storm stops, you got to dig yourself out, and then you got to hope the roads are clear to get out.
It's been nuts. Yeah. Maybe I'll pull a short this weekend to show you how crazy it's been.
Well, right now we're looking at total accumulation minus any meltage, 17, 18 inches.
Well, it's like right now it's snowing on top of what has been there for a few days, and with the frigid temperatures, we've had in a few instances where I almost fell, and he's almost fell. Because of the ice.
But again, with what I was saying to finish it up, if I put 5 days, that doesn't mean it's going to take 5 days to get out, but that gives us a little elbow room in case this nightmare stuff happens during the holiday season and the winter time and what have you. So if we can get something out, we usually get it out within 1 to 2 days.
Right.
But if you buy it at 8 a.m. in the morning, it will 90% of the time not go out that same day.
No, because you have to
we've got to do the routine and process.
Right.
So don't sell a product from somebody else if you don't have a product and then expect it to get out on your shipping timeline during the holiday or winter season.
Right, an hour after you've ordered it, when the snow, and even what kills me is the area that they're in, they're having the same issues we are.
Actually, St. Louis.
Right, so come on, man. We're only 5 hours away from there. So so they know what's going on. They know what we're dealing with. And if they've ordered anything else, they're also going to see that there's weather delays from the mail saying, hey, we're not getting a truck to go take it to distribution today.
But if you bought off of us before, I've had so many people in the feedback say, now we haven't had it lately, I don't think. Yeah. But wow, this has arrived way faster than I thought. Because guys, if I put 5 days, it don't mean it's going to take 5 days. But that gives us a little elbow room in case, for God forbid, something happens, and it might take 5 days because we don't always have the best plowing services.
No, we don't. Especially on our private road. But anyway, right. So that's the thing. We can't help once it's scanned, if the distribution truck is going to pick up our mail.
And that's something else you've got to count on. Our post office, we just delivered stuff off at roughly 10 o'clock this morning, okay, doing our banking, etc. That's what we do basically from sometimes 8:30 to 10 in the morning, 10:30, 11, 12, depends on the pattern we've got to do. Yeah. And if I get a coffee or not.
All right.
But
had to do that today.
Yeah, we had to do that today because it's cold.
It was bad.
But we went out and we did it. But, it can take a little bit of time to get stuff done. It doesn't mean we want to take it because we want to get it out. A lot of the stuff we've got that we shipped today had a little elevated time. But if we can get it out in a day, guys, or 12 hours, we will.
Right.
Always will. Madcap always will.
Yes.
But if we can't, that's why we have the extended shipping option.
Right, and if you even look at our feedback right now on the Godfather side or mine, but mostly look at his because he's got the more. You will see they say fast shipping. It was way quicker than
I
it was even
expected.
expected. So, we try to do what we can do, but as you guys know, when things like this happen, that's all you can do.
Well, above and beyond is what we want to do,
what
but
we
we can't
try.
always guarantee we will be
And
there.
when the weather's pretty,
No.
I do it times two, because I want people to be able to say, "Wow, you really did the extra." But there's those times in January and February, and once in a while March, um, with weather like this, there's nothing you can do. It ties you down a little bit. So, all right, guys. So we're going to talk about what sold, because we did have more sales. So from what I gather, from what I wrote down before I hit record, we have pending orders. We have pending orders on eBay The Godfather. We have pending orders on Madcap Toys Plus. We also have pending orders on Poshmark right now, but that's not including in this total for today. So we shipped out a total, Daren, of 10 items this
awesome.
morning at 10 a.m. 7 came from The Godfather, eBay. 1 came from Madcap Toys Plus. There you go, Madcap Toys Plus. Still staying consistent. Maybe little, but still consistent. 1 from Mercari and 1 from Poshmark. So that is 10 items that we shipped out today, this morning. And we still have several that are pending orders.
We got 4 on deck, 4 or 5?
I believe there's
2 on the main.
There's actually 5, because there's 2 on the main. There's 2 on Madcap Toys Plus. There's 1 on Poshmark. So that's 5.
I missed a count somewhere, but I'll take it.
So we have 5. Well, I think what you're not counting is that record we wrote last night.
It very well could be.
Yeah.
You may be very right.
So 5 pending that we're not even going to discuss today. But we have 10 that went out at 10 a.m. this morning. We're going to talk about those. So let's get to it, guys.
You're already pre-advertising another video.
Party pre-advertising. Maybe if I'm lucky this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, if I can, I will talk about that for Monday for sure. All right, so we are going to go to Madcap Toys Plus. We did have 1 that we did ship out at 10 a.m. this morning, so it's on the way. From the clothing palette, see, I sell clothes, guys. From art class, this came from a Target palette. Girls long sleeve t-shirt. Lime green butterfly size small was found in the gingerbread bag. I found out that once you start selling, if you have more than one of these items, they start selling like a flood afterwards.
Well,
and this has been with many of the items.
To the top.
It does. And Shelby, hey Shelby, took advantage of the 10% off coupon. And this cute little shirt sold for $9.99 plus shipped in the boot. Thank you so much, Shelby. So beautiful long sleeve lime green little shirt there. And we were able to get it out this morning. Like I said, Shelby, it may be in the hub waiting because of the weather delay, but they have tagged in such. So do not worry, it is out in the post office.
Yeah, they've already marked our items. It's not going to be there for a while.
Said extended weather delay. So right now it's in the post office hands as we speak. All right, so that was it on Madcap Toys Plus. Then we sold 1 on Mercari. I dug it out, and Daren was so thankful. I got him a hot cup of coffee and said, "Don't move. I'll just go get this little teeny tiny
I was thankful, yes.
action figure that was found in odds and ends like it was supposed to be." So we found this 1990s to today Dragon Ball Z collector action figure lot 1. Daren, honestly, at the time, couldn't get a name for it. He tried. It didn't work. So we just named it as we did. But it went out to Gus. Hi, Gus. Thank you so much. And this lovely little figure sold for $6.26 plus ship. Of course, it looks like that he offered a little bit of an offer, maybe 10% or so off of that.
If he would have took my offer, he could have saved 25%, but he messed up, and Mercari will not let you, and that's something some of the new Mercari sellers need to know. If you make an offer, your original item, let's say, was $6.98, and you offer somebody a $4.98 coupon, let's say that's what the price is lowered down to.
Right.
You cannot resend that same coupon out to those same people because it will demand it go lower to whatever they suggest, not what you suggest, what they suggest. So if they don't accept that offer the first time, you're going to have to say, "I'm sorry, I can't offer that." You're either going to have to take it at this offer or just forget it, because you might be able to offer them some kind of price if you want to do the legwork. But to me, after having offered a couple offers, I'm not going to keep running.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. And then in Poshmark, we sold an item, another Peanuts sweatshirt, and we also have a pending order that we'll talk about next video. We keep selling these guys, and we keep selling out. Peanuts baby and toddler unisex Snoopy crew neck sweatshirt was found upstairs in our storage area. Going out to RMCQ0805. It is out in transit, and it's sold for $15 plus ship. So we are getting to where we are out of 4T, 5T, 3T. We are now down to just 12 months, 18 months, and 2T. And it's going to be a sellout after that completely. All right, so Poshmark is done. Now we're going to the Godfather side. And just alone on the Godfather site, we sold 7 items that went out today. So we're going to share everything that we got there. So first up, get right to where we left off last video. We sold some media. We sold a record. Bobby Pickett, Simon the Sensible Surfer, excuse me, folks, from Capitol Records, and the other song was called So What? And so Daren did not put that record on the Madcap Music channel. It was something that was in the pile that was going to be done, but it sold before it happened. So.
And just on a plug for Madcap Music channel, we list a lot of items that we are selling on one of our stores,
right?
Or Mercari, etc. Posh.
Yep.
But guys, if you want to go through and just listen to it, we are getting some really nice sounds on there. There's some from, anywhere from the 40s to the
40s to, well, we haven't got a lot on for today yet, but from the 40s to the 80s.
Going to, the 80s. So I consider 80s because of our generation today.
Late 80s, yeah.
But I mean, there's going to be a lot of more music going on there. We try to get one on a day as best we can.
We try.
Always make it. But hey.
We just basically pick out of the pile over here.
Yep.
Daren records it, puts it up, and then he links it to one of our eBay accounts, depends on where it's selling. That way that buyer can say, okay, am I taking a chance? They can play the video and listen to it both sides and go, okay, it's the record or it's the cassette or CD.
You have been working a lot of times while I run it and prep it and edit it and all this, the various records that we're putting on, and soon, like you said, cassettes, etc. But sometimes it is so nice to have something different to listen to than the radio.
It's true.
Because they just rerun the same 5 songs 20 times.
I think it's just one record that we don't try to listen to the video because it was a little annoying. We gotta be
more than necessary.
It was like from the early 50s. It wasn't one of those main ones, but it was just
and you ask yourself,
annoying
who did they know to get a record?
Right. So we just kind of we did that video, but we're not gonna probably we listened to it enough. We're good.
I'm surprised none of my friends or family have said anything about it. Said, what are you doing? A slow day, Daren?
Right, slow day, Daren. Come on. All right, so yes, Bobby Pickett, Simon the Sensible Surfer, Capitol Records. So What? Found in the media shelf, going out to Michael. Hi, Michael. Thanks so much. Took advantage of the 24% off coupon for $7.98 plus ship. All right, and then next up, we do sell sporting goods here at Madcap Toys. Wilson NFL Stride Pro Generation Green football official size went out to our Jenny. Thank you so much, our Jenny. Sold with a 24% off coupon. Football sold for $21.99 plus ship. So we do have other footballs, soccer balls, volleyballs, beach balls, all kinds of different ones that we try to get, usually on a retail arbitrage, anywhere from 50 to 70% off when we can get them. All right, and then next up we sold this pair of pajamas. Notice I had to take a picture of those. Hung them up, got them pictured. They're starting to sell like hotcakes. So this one sold, but also I sold another one today, right as soon as we hit record, I saw it. So it's funny how once you start selling them, it's like a landslide. So this is from Cat and Jack, the boys' navy Dino pajamas. I love those. They're so cute. Size 8. And Megan took advantage of the 24% off coupon. Have a couple of these left. Well, actually, I'm down to one now because we sold another one. $12.99 plus ship is what it sold for. So very nice. It's going, already went out to you, Megan the Sam. And then more clothing, guys, from A New Day. Maxine flat shoes, velvet size 10. They put rhinestones, but it's just, fake stones. Memory foam. Found upstairs in the girls' storage area for clothing. Going out to Minion. Hi, Minion. Thank you so much. And this pair sold for $13.49 plus ship. And we do have one pair in size 10 left. So I put these in a priority mail shoe box. So if you sell shoes and you sell them with box, not the big sneaker boxes, but like the regular thin shoe box, normal shoe boxes, it fits perfectly. So I was able to put that in, kind of kind of tape down the box, and then of course, stick the label on, etc. It's so nice because you don't have all this way room and in between for it to slide back and forth. It just fits it really good. So that is going out to Minion via priority mail. And then next up, we sold from Threshold, the green leaf faux potted plant. So this is a fake plant. I put this in a 6x6x6. I bubble wrapped it so the bottom doesn't get cracked, and gently put it where the leaves aren't bent. And then I was able to do that, and it's going out to Trap. Hi, Trap. Thank you so much. I have two of these certain kind of plants left, and it sold for $6 plus ship. So this was a Target Bullseye Playground case pack that we got back in the summer. And again, I only have a couple of these left. And then next up, we sold from Green Room 24 count thank you cards, blue and pink, recycled, brand new, mitten box, never been used. This is going out to Anne. Thank you, Anne. And we have one more pack of these left. And this came from a Target pallet. And this is a very good deal. It sold for $4 plus ship. So think 24 cards with their envelopes. $4 plus ship is not a bad deal at all. So we not only made back what we spent, but we also profited as well.
And I do have an announcement, if I can interrupt temporarily.
You can.
Because I know people that are our collectors that follow us online on the main site.
Mm-hmm.
I have been putting on several comic variant covers. Now, 98% as of right now are DC, but I've also had a few Marvel going on. But here's an example. I just got another one. I thought, hey, I need to tell people because I've ran into several DC variant covers. So for you comic collectors that follow our store, follow what we do.
Right.
If you're looking for particular variants, it may be going on today because I get that all the time. People like variants, so I've got some covers that are sort of exclusive. I've got one, for instance, right here.
Well, they can't see it.
Yeah, but a variant selfie, for instance.
Gotcha.
So, it's very important.
Okay. All right, and at the very end, because we're hitting over a half hour here, we sold from the media by 2015 Xbox One Just Dance Disney #2 featured there on the media shelf. Found that last night before supper. Going out to Christopher. Christopher, it's out in the mail. You took advantage of the 24% off coupon. And it sold really well. It sold for $7.98 plus shipping to boot. So that all went out this morning at 10 a.m. So basically, guys, that's all I had. I don't want to keep you to where, because this is the weekend. You're getting ready to look at your weekend shipments and doing your job, doing your things. But what do you think about the carrier rates that are happening? Let us know in the comments below. The decrease, are you happy? The increase, what do you think on UPS? That's kind of crazy. And also that Vero bot. Have you had that lately too? Let us know in the comments and what weird things they're telling you that you're violating policy for. I don't have anything else to say to you, Daren. Are we good?
No, I'm good. After I made the statement, we got her done.
He's got it done. So he's still busy listening, guys, and I'm going to get ready to do that as well after I edit this video for 5 p.m. But until next time, have a happy, good weekend, guys, and we'll see ya. Bye-bye.